J 7-star Bricks coming back at you today with a review of the knockoff UCS not Lego Star Wars Venator. This is set 81077, which I am reliably told is from the manufacturer Leji. Although there is another manufacturer out there, J-Star, who's probably a bit better. But we'll get to that later. This is a clone of set 75367, which is the Lego UCS Venator, which has 5,374 pieces. Now, as we all know, the Lego UCS Venator is $650 US. This comes in between $200 and $250, so you're saving about $400 getting a knockoff version from a China bricks manufacturer. A little more affordable. As you may be able to see, this set is pretty massive. It's on par with the UCS Star Destroyer or the UCS Super Star Destroyer as far as length. Width is definitely more Star Destroyer. It's very, very wide. I'm not sure how I'm going to fit this on a shelf. Let's go over some build notes that I had, and then we'll get into the review afterwards. Captain Rex, eh? Go ahead and give a like and subscribe before we get into this video. Jay would really appreciate it.
Let's see what we've got. We got the instruction booklet, 81077. Definitely not like the UCS one. It just starts with the instructions on page 1. There should be stickers, I'm assuming. Are they in the book? Alright, there's some stickers tucked away in the book here. This is what I'm looking at in the box. It's just a giant bag. Well, that's just a big old bag of parts. Right, so they do have some stickers with some numbers. Guessing this means bag 2 because the set number on the instructions is 81077 and this is 2, so I'm guessing that's bag 2. I'm guessing that's bag 1. Actually in here in order, that would be impressive. Plus this one's labeled 0, so I'm guessing this is a common bag.
Spoiler alert, bag 0 is actually all spare parts, of which I used one because I dropped one on the floor and couldn't find it. So all of this is spare parts. All of these were in bag 0. These are all spare parts that I didn't use on the build. That's a lot of extra parts to use for something else.
So here's bag 11. And it looks like they printed the actual sign. It's not even a sticker. That's awesome. So bag 1's got several little bags. That's pretty cool. They wrapped up all the Technic pieces, and then there's a tool in there. All the pins, some sort of little parts. Oh, here's the minifigures. I have no idea what they look like in the real set, so I'll have to look that up, compare. They look okay so far. Well, there's yet another different design for a brick tool. Add that to the collection.
All right, just some build notes here if you didn't watch the series of shorts of me building each one of these bags. It might be a little hard to tell. I think you can tell in this light though. This plate right here is not the same gray as the surrounding bricks. It is very obvious in person. And there are 9 of these in the entire set. I looked it up on the official Lego instructions, and they are the base of the towers for the bridges at the top. And it's really bugging me how badly they stand out against the rest of the gray. So I just ordered some Lego ones of these. They're about 4 to 7 cents a piece, but I ordered the Lego version of this to replace this. Clearly, I think this is Leji, is what I've learned, who made this set. They clearly don't make these parts themselves, so they ordered some from somebody else, but they do not match the same color gray. They are not great. And this actually is very close to an actual Lego light blue gray. Those match the Lego ones really well. But you can kind of see there with the Lego against this shape does not match the color at all. So I just replaced all of these with Lego ones. It doesn't cost very much. Shipping is actually more than the parts. So I got in my 20 pieces of this part. There are, I believe I said a total of 9 of these in the set, but I got in 20 just so I have extras if I need them at some point. These are genuine Lego, but these are also the correct color. So we're going to pull off these incorrect colored ones and replace them with these, because that's driving me nuts. So I'm going to wreck a little bit of this set here. Pull this part off here. Oh, I think they're all connected to the same parts here, so you can see we've got one there, and one there that I got to replace. There's that crappy part. Another crappy part. Alright, so compare that and that. This is the correct, this is not the correct color. So, there we go. We'll put the correct colors in there. Those go right there. That looks so much better now that the colors match. I don't know why Leji decided to order parts that didn't color match the rest of the set. Now, the other place we've used those right now is also super visible, right here. Those are the incorrect colors. Luckily, it's on the bottom, so it's not going to be too hard to get that off there. Let's pull off those couple of parts, and oh, there's probably a lot of little parts probably all going to come apart. Oh no, terrible. Dang it. Let's take this off for reference. And I'm kind of just pulling it little piece by little piece off of the incorrect color and placing it back on chunk by chunk on the new one. One side done. Now it's not super noticeable, the color difference on these, but I know it's there, so it's gonna bug me. Also, I just noticed the Leji version, which isn't really theirs because they obviously bought this from another manufacturer, versus the Lego one. It's a completely different bottom. It is the same part. It's just, that's not even close to the same on the bottom. There we go. That looks so much better now that we're matching the colors. Yay. Alright, this piece right here. Apparently Leji, or whoever they get their bricks from, these suck. So you can see here I'm putting on the front piece here. This part with the yellow fell off before where that ball joint plugs in. There's somewhere down in there, there's a round black one stud piece that fell off. This part just fell off, this 3 stud. That fell off there. Like, they're supposed to go into the actual stud holes on the back here, but they just don't stick in there. So you're probably going to want to replace these pieces with actual Lego pieces too. So otherwise, I don't know how well it's going to hold together unless you want to glue it. All right, so very quick BrickLink order this week. Got a bunch of these wedge plates in, official Lego ones, to replace the ones that came with the Leji set that don't, like the stud holes on the bottom do not hold bricks. So get rid of those. See, oh look, it's just barely on there. They fall off when you turn them upside down. It's kind of a pain in the butt. So let's pull this off of here. Yeah, get rid of that one. Put this one on here. Everything's on there good. Let's see, this goes in here. Oh yeah. Oh, that's stuck in there good. All right. And then this goes right next to it. Oh yeah. Yeah. Whoever made that piece for Leji sucked at it because it is not sticking on there good. Oops, I knocked another piece off. There we go. Now we've got that on there. It's nice and secure, and nothing fell off when I flipped it over. Sweet. Alright, there's only 2 figures in this set. First up, we have Captain Rex, one of my favorite characters in Star Wars. He's got dual blasters, he's printed on the front, he's printed on the legs. This manufacturer has him printed on the side of the legs and the front. He's got a cloth pauldron, does not have the cloth comma. Printed on the back there, as you can see. Printed on the side, printed on the arms. He's only got 1 helmet hole. He's got a pretty cool Captain Rex print. If we take off his helmet, you can see he's got the bandage from where Ahsoka removed the chip. It's a pretty cool figure. Definitely not the Lego figure though. No second face on the back. I just have to point out too that this is a Phase 1 clone helmet, and the figure in the Lego set is a Phase 2 clone helmet. And that's also why this printing is weird, because it should be on a Phase 2 and not a Phase 1 clone helmet. The body is fairly close otherwise as far as printing, but yeah, that helmet is, nope. And the second figure that comes with the set is Admiral Yularen. You can tell right away if you've seen the Lego figure, this figure's hair is much too light. Other than that, the body print is pretty good. There you go, Admiral Yularen. Not much to say, he's just kind of a guy. And here is the included stand. I thought I would just put it up here. It might make it a little bit easier to see. You can see you just stick Captain Rex and Admiral Yularen on the end. This is actually a printed UCS plaque. Bold move on Leji's part. They're actually printing it just like Lego does now. And you actually do get the 20th Clone Wars pad printed brick. So that's unexpected. Usually they are terrible about that, or it doesn't say what it should, or it doesn't look anything like it should. It's actually very close. Kind of surprised about that. So that's a nice find in this set. Usually you have to buy a replacement sticker or printed brick to get this quality of printing on here. And there is the completed set. I can always tell it's a large set when I have to go and find the wide angle lens for my camera just to fit the whole thing in a single shot without standing 20 feet away from it. So this is a really, really cool set. And I'm already planning to do some mods I saw online for it. But let's just take a look at it in a little closer detail. Let's start at the tippy front here. This is actually an interesting thing. So each panel on the top and bottom is held together at the end. There's a little cross stick, and then it's held on by a Technic piece to keep these from separating on the ends. And then this end piece here is pushed in on another cross stick, and that just covers the opening and those Technic pieces. So that's kind of a cool little detail. I love that they did that. I wish they had done something like that on the Superstar Destroyer model. And then as we come up the Venator, you can see there's the split for the hanger in the middle. It does not open right now. We come over the front. And up to the bridges. Such a beautiful set. I love the stripes on the, I guess you could call it wings. It's not really, it's just the side, but there you've got some of the turbo laser batteries. We've got some of the windows below the bridges. Take a look at some of the greebling between the top and bottom of the Venator here. Now this hanger is open, and you can see we've got a really tiny Republic dropship coming out of the hanger there. Go over to the side. We've got some of the other turbo lasers sticking out of the side of the Venator there. That is very cool. Once again, these are not stickers. These are the printed parts by Brick Tactical. I definitely recommend those. Even if you have the expensive Lego version, they give you some crappy stickers for your $650. At 30 bucks, I highly recommend these. This is another printed part from Brick Tactical. It just looks so much better than a sticker. And the last printed part is here on the end. It's also Brick Tactical, comes with their kit. Super cool. I'll turn it around so we've got some light on the back end here. Taking a look at some of the back end detail. This panel just pops in here, but that's kind of cool that it covers up that back end there. Those engines, I love the engines on here. It looks so cool. This is where we replace those pieces so they're the same color. That's why you'll see there's actually Lego on those studs, because that's an actual Lego piece that I bought from Bricklink to replace that. Look at those engines. That is so cool. And then on the other side, it's kind of just a repeat. The only thing you'll notice is different on this side is the hangar bay is closed on this side. That looks really cool there. There you go. These are also parts that were replaced with Legos so that they were the correct color. Very cool. And the nice thing about this set if we skip onto the bottom here, you can see that these are inverted plates. So the studs are on the outside. You're not looking at the stud voids. These are the actual tops of the pieces here. We've got the stripes on the bottom as well. There is not as much detail on the bottom, but there is some detail, and that's way better than the Super Star Destroyer set. You've got the color stripe in the middle on the bottom as well. You'll see that there's a hangar entrance on the bottom here. And I apologize, I'm having to stick my camera under here. But here's some of the detail on the bottom as well. That is so cool. I love the fact that they put some detail under here. Most of these sets are just negative studs. Even the super expensive Millennium Falcon UCS is just negative studs on the bottom. So this is really cool to get so much detail under here. Once again, I am about 6'3", so this is how big this model is, which is awesome for the amount of detail you can fit on it. It is quite heavy. I haven't weighed it. I'm not sure how much it weighs, but it is pretty hefty. Couple bags of sugar, I would guess. And it is quite big. And it is quite wide. I'm not sure where this is going to go eventually. But it is super cool and super huge. Oh, I mean, just look at those engines. So cool. Now, obviously, as in my build notes, there are a couple of problems with this model. You are going to want to replace at least those pieces that I showed you in the build. A lot of the negative Lego studs are the underside of the bricks. The actual circle negative Lego stud part doesn't hold very well. So some of the steps where they have other bricks where things go in those, you may want to consider replacing those, either ordering some from Bricklink or taking them from your personal collection or wherever you want to order bricks from. It doesn't have to be genuine Lego. I just find that for me, that's the easiest because I know those bricks are going to work and I don't have to worry about clutch or anything like that. And when you're not buying an entire set from Lego, the price for the pieces tends to be quite a bit more reasonable. But other than those single pieces that you're having to replace, which I should mention the most expensive part was one of those crazy wedge pieces, of which I really only needed two. I ordered quite a few more. I only ended up using the 2 at the very end of this top piece here, just because that needs to be, there's a part under there that needs to be held on by the negative space. That's kind of critical to the model staying together. So you really only need those 2. The one, I think the left one was like 27 cents and the right one was 25 cents. Those were the most expensive pieces. So you're looking at about a little over 50 cents for those 2 pieces. I ordered a bunch of these other Lego pieces. They were extremely inexpensive. Probably the worst part about ordering from Bricklink is minimum parts for quite a bit of the stores. So you're ordering other stuff, minifigures and such that you don't need, that drives the price up. But just the price for the parts themselves, though, is not extremely expensive. And considering that the Lego version is $650, comes with stickers, which don't look as good as the pad printed parts by Brick Tactical. You know, I spent $30 on the part set from Brick Tactical. It comes with these 6 pieces that are printed here. It also comes with a replacement pauldron for Captain Rex, and it comes with 2 blasters for Captain Rex that more closely match what you see on screen in the cartoons and the movies. Well, I guess it's not in the movie. It was in The Mandalorian. You know what I mean. It's on the screen. It was live action and not a movie. Whatever. But considering I spent $30 on this, maybe $1 on the other replacement parts. So if I had paid full price for this, it would have been about $260 total instead of $650. So you're still saving quite a bit of money. I did not pay full price for this. A big shout out to Hero Toys and you, the viewer, for using my links to save 7% at Hero Toys and get me some credit there so I can put it towards sets like this to do reviews like this for you. Shout outs. So yeah, I am completely happy with this. The Lego design was pretty cool. The knockoff design saves you about $400, and it looks fantastic. So would I recommend this? Yes, with the caveat, if you can find the J-Star version, I would almost guarantee that's going to be a little bit better, and you might not have to replace the parts, other than the sticker parts, which I always recommend that you replace no matter who makes it. They're usually not as good as the originals, and you're definitely not going to be as good as these pad printed parts, which are amazing. So, yeah, if you're interested in this set, clearly Captain Rex is not the exact same as the Captain Rex you're going to get from Lego. But aside from the collectability of that minifigure, if you're someone who is more interested in just having the set and maybe fixing the minifigure later or something, you're never going to buy that minifigure for a reasonable price, right? If people are buying this set from Lego to sell that minifigure, it's probably going for a couple $100. You're never going to get it for a reasonable price. So if that bothers you, then, and you have the money, I guess you're going to buy the Lego one. But for me, having spent $800 on the Lego UCS AT-AT, and I think it was like $650 for the UCS Razor Crest, which are my 2 absolute favorite vehicles, I was like, I do like the Clone Wars. I do think this ship is cool. I don't think it is worth $650 to me, so I went with the knockoff version. And Captain Rex is going to be getting another figure release from Lego in a much cheaper set. It probably won't be the exact same figure, but still not worth $650 to me. So would I recommend this set? Absolutely. Absolutely. Even the Leji version is fine. Just be aware you're probably going to replace some of those parts. The J-Star version is probably going to be a little closer. I'm not sure how the minifigures are going to look in that set. And I'm not sure if you're going to get the printed parts with the J-Star set. I haven't seen any reviews of that set yet because the Leji one was the first one to market. So bear that in mind. But yes, I would absolutely recommend this set if you want a version of the Venator that doesn't cost you $650 and that will look awesome on a shelf. All right, guys, that's it for me. Once again, my name is Jay. This is 7-Star Bricks. Go ahead, give us a like and subscribe if you don't mind. Leave a comment down below. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Consider using my links to purchase this set. You get 7% off. I get some credit at the store. I can build more models with that credit. You get to watch the videos and see if you want to buy them too. Thank you to everyone who liked and subscribed. Consider becoming a member. We have exclusive videos and more coming out. Consider giving us a super thanks if you like the video and don't want to become a member. Or just watch the video and hit like and subscribe. Helps us out anyway. Thank you very much, guys. I will see you here next time. And here's the issue. That is a foot-wide shelf, and it's sticking out at least 2.5, 3 inches from the end on this stand, because this part on the other side is hitting the wall. So you're gonna need a pretty wide shelf for this thing. I think mine's just gonna hopefully stay here for now until I find a better place for it.